Hello viewers, I am Renuka and today's lecture will be on control of DC motors. In the last lecture we had studied about the motors required for traction of electric trains and features which are essential for a good motor for the starting and controlling speed control of DC motors. In this lecture we will study about control of DC motors. The starting current of the motor is limited to its normal rated current by starter during starting. We all know that we require a starter during starting in order to control the starting current, which hence control its speed. At the instant of switching off motor, a back EMF is 0. Therefore, supply voltage V is equals to the drop IR plus voltage drop across the starting resistance. At any other instant during starting, V is equals to IR, that is drop across the resistance R plus voltage across starting current, starting resistor plus the back EMF. At the end of the accelerating period, when we cut the starting resistor, we get the voltage as back EMF plus drop across R, the resistance. Let us look into the starting voltage and current graph during starting of the DC motor. If T is the time in seconds, then for starting and neglecting IR drop, the total energy supplied is V into I into T watt second. Now looking into the figure B, we get energy wasted in the starting resistor by the area under the triangle ABC, which is half into V into T plus I. Therefore, we get half VIT watt second. But total energy supplied is V into I into T watt second. Therefore, we get that half of the energy is wasted during starting. Therefore, during starting the efficiency is 50% of DC motor. If we go through the series starting, that is the reason why we go for series parallel starting method. With two motor equipment, half of the normal voltage will be supplied to each motor as starting as shown in figure A, when the two motors here are connected in series, and they will run up to a approximate of half of the speed, at which instant they are switched into parallel mode and full voltage is supplied across the each motor as shown in figure B. The starting resistor is gradually cut out with the motors in series connection and then reinserted when the motors are reconfigured into parallel when the motors are in parallel, and again that is gradually cut out. In the traction work, two or more similar motors are employed. Now let us consider two series motors started by series parallel method, which results in saving of energy. When the two motors are started in series with the help of starting resistor, the current during the starting is limited to the normal rated current I motor per motor. During this series operation, the current drawn I from the supply at the instant of starting, OA is equals to AB is equals to IR drop in the each motor. We have studied in the last topic the starting characteristics. See, OA is equals to OB when the RS is neglected during the starting. OK is equals to the supply voltage V. Now the back EMF of both the motors jointly developed is along OM as shown in figure 4.30. At point E, the supply voltage V is equals to back EMF of C. Look into this figure. OA is equals to OB. Now at the point E, the supply voltage V is back EMF of 2 motors plus IR drop of 2 motors. Now at any point on the line BC, this represents the sum of back EMF of the 2 motor plus IR drop of the 2 motors plus voltage drop across the starting resistance of the 2 motors. If OE is the time taken for series running, then at point E, at the end of series running period, each motor has developed a back EMF which is V by 2, that is half of the voltage as the motors are connected in series, minus IR, that is drop across the resistance R, or we can say that EL is equals to back EMF, that is LD, minus V by 2, that is ED. Now let us consider the parallel operation. When the motors are switched in parallel at the instant E with the resistance RS, that is starting resistance, which is reinserted as shown in figure 4.29b, the current drawn is 2I from the supply. Now the back EMF across each of the motor is EL. So the back EMF now develops is across LG. At point H, when the motors are in full parallel, we remove the starting resistance, that is RS is equals to 0, and both the motors are running at their rated speed. Therefore supply voltage V is equals to HG plus GF, that is HF, which is normal back EMF of each motor plus IR drop. Now we need to find the time period, that is starting time period, running time period, and the efficiency. To find the values of time Ts during which the motors remain in series and Tp during which the motors remain in parallel, they are in parallel, can be determined from the figure 43.30a and C. From the figure A, the triangles OLE and OGH are similar, so applying the similar triangle property, we get OE by OH is equals to LE by GH, that is series time by total time is equals to DE minus DL upon HF minus FG, which is V by 2. See, DE is what? This is total V, so DE is V by 2 minus what is this? This is DL is IR, the drop, upon total supply voltage V minus IR. This value is IR. Therefore we get time during which the motors are in series as half V minus 2IR upon V minus R into T. Now the time during which the motors are in parallel is equals to total time minus series time, which is T minus, substituting the value of Ts from the above equation, T minus half into V minus 2IR upon V minus IR into T. So recalculating these values, we get, rearranging this equation, we get the time during which the motors are in parallel as T into 1 minus half of the value V minus 2IR upon V minus R into T. To calculate the efficiency of starting, we have to neglect the IR drop in the armature circuit. This modifies the figure 43.30A to 43.30C, which is as shown below. Here D is the midpoint of the total length CE, and which is equal to the back EMF developed across the parallel combination. Here we can see that case C, this time period is equals to CF, that is time during series combination is equals to time during parallel combination. Therefore TS is equals to TP minus average starting time, that is T, which is equals to the current I per motor. Now energy loss during starting, that is energy loss during the across the starting resistor, is equals to area under the triangle OKC plus area under the triangle CDF, this triangle plus this triangle, which is equal to half C. Applying the formula for the area under the triangle, half base into altitude, we get half V into I, this is I, which is into the time period T, average time period, plus area under the triangle CDF, which is half V2 by 2, sorry, V by 2, this length of the altitude is half of the supply voltage into this base, which is 2I, twice of I, into the time period T. Therefore, we get the energy loss during starting across the starting resistance as V into I into T, but the total energy applied is V into I into total time T during series combination plus energy supplied during parallel combination. Therefore, efficiency of starting is equals to 3 VIT, that is total energy supplied. Output, we all know that the efficiency is output by input, so the output, total output will be input minus losses, that is 3 VIT minus VIT upon 3 VIT, that is 2 by third. Therefore, the efficiency comes out to be 66.6. Hence, efficiency is increased by 16.66% as compared to the previous case when both of them were in either series or parallel combination, when we consider series parallel combined combination. Now, if there are 4 motors, then the starting efficiency comes to be 73%. So, there is a saving of energy lost in the starting resistance during starting period if we get both the motors in parallel with combination of series. Now, we will consider the few more numericals on this series parallel starting combination of DC motors in the next class. I hope this starting method and control of DC motors is clear to you. We will meet in the next class. Till then,